He's an Oscar-nominated filmmaker behind previous works including Wild by Law and The Garden of Eden. And now his most recent documentary takes a deep dive into the American civil rights landscape of the 20th century and today. And joining me now to tell us more about the Niagara Movement, the early battle for civil rights, is filmmaker Lawrence Hott. Lawrence, thank you so much for joining us here today on Live in the Bay.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. I'm so excited to talk about the documentary, but before we go there, I want to talk a little bit about your background. You're an Oscar-nominated filmmaker. How did you get started in filmmaking?
I was a lawyer originally, and I was very involved in political movements. And I decided after watching some exciting documentaries that got people organized and out on the streets that maybe I should be doing that. And in a day-to-day work of both being a lawyer and a filmmaker, I found that I enjoyed filmmaking more, and it seemed to be more effective for what I wanted to do. And eventually I made the transition, and I've been doing that for 47 years now.
What is it about filmmaking and story making that really just, gives you some passion and fuels you?
You know, emotion is the most important thing. And if you can bring that to a good story that has a beginning, middle, and end, and then you can convince people to do something, because most of my films have been political in some way. I've made films about the environment. I've made films about racism, films about being deaf and sign language versus cochlear implants. I've worked with Native Americans on a lot of films. So these films always have to have a really good story. And then it's a film. It has to be visual. And that part is fun because getting outside and going to places that are interesting and waiting for just the right light and then coming back to the editing room and saying, well, we got a beautiful shot and we have a emotional, powerful storyteller as an interviewee, putting that all together, that's thrilling for me.
I love that. So I want to dive right into the documentary. Tell us what it's all about.
Well, this film, the Niagara Movement, is about really the first major battle for civil rights in America, and it pitted two titans, two giants of civil rights against one another. One was W.E.B. Du Bois, who was a black intellectual, grew up in Massachusetts. He went to Harvard for his master's and his doctorate, first black man to get a doctorate from Harvard. And then the other major person is Booker T. Washington, who was the exact opposite of W.E. Du Bois. He was kind of a self-made man, went to school in the South, and was tapped to be the head of the Tuskegee Institute when it was really just nothing more than a chicken shack, literally. He got the funds together and built it up into a major school. He was called the Wizard of Tuskegee because he did such magic with it. And he got money from people like Andrew Carnegie, the Steel King. But he was down in Alabama, living a very dangerous life where the Klan could attack him, people were being lynched all around him. So he was much more conservative.
What do you hope that people take away from this film and all the work that you've put into it? What do you want people to take away from it?
Well, that you cannot just have any power simply with lawsuits, and you can't get anywhere just with protests. You have to combine the law, the politics with the protest. The protests get the attention, make people understand that this is important, but then you have to back it up with something else. That was the model, and what they did led directly to Brown versus Board of Education decision in 1954, which said the separate but equal was not permissible. And this was, overturning Plessy versus Ferguson from the 1890s, which said that it was. So they had this impact. And you see the results now in both Black Lives Matter and Black Voters Matter, which is in some ways even more important because getting out the vote is the most important way people can make change in the United States. So you can trace this right back to the Niagara Movement.
And Lawrence, where can people find the film if they want to take a look?
www.theniagaramovement.org. It was produced by WNED out of Buffalo, New York, because that's where Niagara Falls is, and that's where the movement started. They had their first meeting there because the falls was a symbol of a mighty current, therefore a mighty current of protest.
Lawrence, I want to thank you so much for joining us here today. So fascinating, and I know that a lot of people are going to want to check it out. So thank you for joining us.
All right. Thank you very much for having me.